We've only gone and done it again.
Right. Yep, we've done it. We've just gone off book. Yep. Brilliant. Right. First of all, how the fuck does professional football club lose 8-0 to a team that's just gone into administration? Every single one of Hull City's players should be ashamed of themselves for that performance. Even put world-class football's calling that club a joke. Calling Hull, my favourite team, a joke.
I could rant on for ages, but
there's other news around the fucking block right now. There's other news, so I'll probably go on to Hull later. But now, onto today. Well, for football, that happened over the course of the week. That I'm going to probably talk about just about the Championship. Brentford have just extended their keeping their pushing run on against Leeds and West Brom for the automatic promotion. While West Brom have recently been dropping points against small teams that really should be dropping points against. In the relegation battle, however, in the Championship, it's actually heating up. Luton got a good draw, I believe it was, at QPR a couple of days ago. That means they are 1 point behind Hull City, and Hull City are now 2 points behind Charlton after a 93rd minute equaliser from Birmingham. In other news, the promotion hunt now in the Championship is sort of lining up to what we all expected it to be. We wasn't expecting like all the big teams, like you wouldn't be expecting Millwall maybe to be there. But there's still a room for switching around. Like Millwall can still jump Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest haven't guaranteed themselves in to the playoffs yet. Cardiff are still kind of shaky in there. They've got easy games though. And in the relegation battle, it's still very tight. Barnsley need to win both their games to stand a chance of even staying up. If Hull City beat Luton, Luton will go down. Tomorrow, I believe on Saturday, it will be a Hull City versus Luton, which means it would be a very, very hard game for them to play. If any team, really now, technically you can still say Huddersfield could technically still get relegated, but I don't really see that really happening, to be honest. But the games I have now, I don't really see them dropping points, because you have West Brom and Millwall. They can still technically go down with two tough games. But I believe Charlton and Hull would have to be on their top form to even stand a chance of bottling it. Let's try Premier League out now. Let's look at the Premier League, how that's doing. Well, in recent news, Tottenham beat Newcastle 3-1 in their push for European football. Man City got their ban lifted, which I think was kind of stupid. To be honest, it was kind of a really stupid idea. But, you know, they only got a £10 million fine, which literally is fuck all to them, to be honest. Burnley got a very vital last-minute point against Wolves in their hunt for Europa League as well. Arsenal somehow beat Liverpool 2-1, which I was very stunned about. Chelsea won against Norwich 1-0, which, who the fuck really cares? Who really cares? Leicester have just beaten Sheffield United 2-0. And Aston Villa just bottled their 3 points, which could have kept them up this season. I don't think they'll stay up now. In other news as well around the world, in other Premier League news, we all know Liverpool are champions, but the table's still kind of wide open for other teams to come in and try and sneak that maybe Europa League spot or Champions League spot. We can see that Man United. You can see that Champions League in Manchester United can still probably get there. You can still get there. And in other news as well, if you keep looking at that, you can see Leicester City are still almost bottling it. Leicester City are bottling it recently in recent form, as well as Wolves as well, getting a few points. I think they'll get European football again. Sheffield United have dropped a few points recently, same with Arsenal, they've been doing well. Burnley as well. It's just going to be really 10th till about 7th I can really get that classic European football, I'd say. All around, also transfer news as well. Thiago apparently could be going to Manchester United. I don't really see that happening, in my opinion. Like, really don't see that happening. Wilfried Zaha as well, maybe go to Atletico Madrid or Everton. Again, don't really see that happening. Kyle Walker-Peters maybe going to Southampton on a permanent. I do see that happening. I do actually really see that happening. Let's get on to Hull. How Hull did a couple days ago. First of all, oh Jesus Christ, that team seriously needs to fucking book up their ideas. Like, this team, all right now, is a joke. It is an actual joke on how shit they are. Losing, 8-0 to Wigan? If it was maybe like Liverpool or something, I'd be like, shit, fair enough. But Wigan, like, McCann has clearly lost the dressing room. He clearly doesn't know what he's doing. He's benching our best players. He's playing players that shouldn't be playing with. It's just complete fucking shit, to be honest. He'll probably still play George Long in the next game against Luton, even though he's conceded 8 fucking goals. But, you know, whatever. And other championship news as well. Middlesbrough keep getting vital points to beat Reading 2-1 in a well-deserved game as well. Millwall beating Blackburn Rovers in their promotion push. Cardiff beat Derby in their promotion push to keep that 6th place spot nice and secure. Bristol City got a draw against Stoke City, which they really deserved looking at the stats. Nottingham Forest dropped points against Swansea, and Swansea's conquest for 6th place as well. Like, there's some teams that really, and up for next week, just look at teams like Huddersfield. They have West Brom tomorrow. They drop points there. They are really in the mud for being relegation. On Saturday, we've got Charlton Wigan. That's a 6 pointer for relegation, but I'd say Wigan are most likely safe. Charlton win that, they will stay up, and Hull City will be relegated from the Championship. Stoke have Brentford. Brentford shouldn't be dropping points at Stoke, but you never know. I've seen weirder things. Swansea versus Bristol. I do see Swansea beating Bristol there to keep the promotion hunts alive. Millwall will definitely beat QPR with 100%. Preston, I think, will beat Birmingham. I believe Cardiff will beat Middlesbrough. All might sneak a win against Luton. Fulham against Sheffield Wednesday. That's going to be a tough game for Fulham. Sheffield Wednesday are a very strong team at home. I don't really see them away from home. I don't see them really getting that many goals, but I do see them winning. Blackburn versus Reading. Blackburn and Reading have really nothing to play for, so that's just like another game. That's like whatever. The relegation battle now in the Premier League is actually spicing up. Aston Villa dropped points against Everton, which they really should have kept on to. That would have given them that last bit of stretch and that last bit of grasp to try and keep them in the Premier League. They would have been on 33 points, and then Watford would have to win tomorrow to extend their lead again. But what if Watford win tomorrow? Aston Villa will be, I believe Aston Villa will be relegated. But West Ham, they have to drop their dropping points as well. They drop points, it'll be a very, very hard game for them to win. And we all know Norwich have been absolutely fucking wanked this season. They've got a big win against Manchester City, which I don't know how the fuck they did that. Teemu Pukki, it's a fucking 10-game wonder. Jesus Christ. Like, in the middle of the park now, Brighton I believe, have automatically got themselves safe now. Brighton are officially safe from the drop zone, mathematically as well, so they have nothing really to play for. West Ham and Watford are still on the shit. They can still go down, maybe to the Championship. I don't really see Watford or West Ham going down. But if it was going to be one of them, I probably would say Watford, because they've been really inconsistent this season. Not really scoring that many goals, but they are getting points on the board. But they are looking decently defensively. West Ham, they have Jarrod Bowen, obviously. They have Haller, Pablo Forlaz, Fabianski, who's been looking alright recently. They've got a decent, strong team, so if it's where to be relegated, I don't see them really struggling to get back up straight away. European wise, but we all know that Man City have just been shocking this season. They've been scoring goals, but just didn't get the points they really needed to. Chelsea have been done really well on the front line part of the season. No, I wasn't really expecting him to be as good as he actually was. But the local bin men could probably done a better job than any of the Norwich players this season. Timu Pukki looks like he's just got offset from a Game of Thrones final season as well. Aston Villa, Jesus Christ, Chickens could probably have a better defence. Even Hull City's defence will defend better than them. Watford have just been shocking. Same West Ham. Brighton have been surprisingly alright this season. Crystal Palace, if they don't have Zaha, they would be fucking up Christian Benteke up top, which is just asking for fucking murder. You're like, alright, boss, I don't know if you're asking, but can I have a contract, you know? Like, Roy Hodgson's actually getting deluded. He's still playing that lanky piece of shit that can't score a goal. He hibernates for 7 months and gets up with a goal to keep him in the Prem. Like, what are you doing? Your job is to score goals. Bloody John Stones has more goals than you this season. He's a centre-back. The fuck are you smoking? In other news as well, Newcastle are maybe getting a takeover, which could see them being the European outside again. Steve Bruce has done really well with the resources he's had. Southampton, after a really shit start, being bottom for halfway of the season, have pulled themselves together and got them to around that mid-table, which roughly will be every season around that mid-table. Like the European spots, however, like then roughly coming into shape. Burnley can still maybe get that top four, that top 7, maybe get that 7th place. Sheffield United have had an amazing season. Even they don't score many goals, but they don't concede many either. So that's what they've conceded the second least amount of goals this season. Joint third, second with Man City, which has been very, very well from them. Chris Wilder's made a really good side, which is very good on him. Arsenal have been just shit this season. They've been really shocking. They've pulled it together in recent like couple matches, getting a win over Liverpool as well. But balling against Tottenham, which they really shouldn't have done. That Kolasinac pass really let them down. And yeah, that's all of football for this week.